A while back, I posted a video with the theory there's always been a seventh element of harmony. Basically saying that even from the Season 1 premiere, there is a green element which has never been accounted for. And this was confirmed again in Season 7 during Star Swirl's story. But that poses a very important question. Where has that missing element been all this time? What if I was to tell you that it's been right under our noses, and just about all of us have missed it? Let's go back to the Season 1 premiere. If you look closely at this shot here, you can see 6 separate stones representing the elements. However, once the main 6 start collecting the stones, Pinkie Pie counts them up and there's suddenly only 5? Now hold on, what sense does that make? Why have this opening shot with 6 when one of the main plot points is to make a 6th element appear? Not to mention Nightmare Moon just takes those 5 rocks elsewhere in the castle and destroys them anyways. Actually, that means the 6th rock as shown here was never destroyed. But that still begs the question, why weren't any of the main 6 able to find it? Here's where we get into some theory territory. If Nightmare Moon knew exactly where the main 6 were headed and what they were looking for, why didn't she just go on ahead and destroy the elements before they even arrived? I mean, it's not like Nightmare Moon wouldn't know where the castle of the two sisters lies, or recognize the room where the elements were kept, unless the elements could only be found by those who were destined to use them. So if that is the case, Nightmare Moon couldn't go on ahead and foil Twilight's plans because she had to wait for them to arrive and the elements to be found, and only then spring in and destroy them. With all of that in mind, it could help explain why there's an establishing shot of 6 rocks here, but Pinkie was only able to count 5. As stated in my previous video about a 7th element of harmony, none of the main 6 are connected with this color in the tree. So after all that lengthy explanation, let's go back to the question which opened this video. Where has that missing element been all this time? One might think it's still sitting on that pedestal, waiting for whomever is destined to use it. Actually, no. The character I believe is meant to be the bearer for the element has already found it, and already moved it. And there's already a scene in the Season 2 episode Secret of My Excess that proves it. You see that? It's the missing rock, collected by Spike in the midst of one of his hoarding sessions during his growth spurt. When no one else was able to find it, he did. And yet it was piled along with so much other junk, Twilight didn't even notice. So many of us never noticed. So does that mean this rock is still somewhere in Twilight's house? Well, obviously no. T-Rex destroyed that tree and pretty much everything inside it. Kind of like how Nightmare Moon destroyed the 5 other rocks and only afterwards the elements showed themselves. You know what also happened during that Season 4 finale? The chest rose up onto a rainbow bridge that just happened to land right where Twilight's tree was destroyed. Yeah, sure, we all found it more than just a little convenient that this chest chose that particular spot to plant its roots. Or maybe it was finding its way to where the missing element was taken. Once again, I have to point out there are 7 thrones surrounding that map inside the castle, and one of them belongs to Spike. You ever think that maybe someone on the MLP staff had been subtly planning this out from the very beginning? Or is this all just a brilliant set of coincidences that just happens to form together into a fascinating idea? What do you think? I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.